All right, this is gonna be us finding our daily bias for Tuesday, August 26th. So let's go ahead and run it. All right, so news-wise, nothing that we really give a fuck about. I guess we got consumer confidence, but we don't really give a fuck about that, and that's at 7. Overall, let's just go ahead and scale down to the 4-hour time frame on both ES7NQ and see kind of what we're seeing through the markets. All right, so we have a low here. We broke structure below it. Body closed below this low. We're bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Also, my hair is completely fucked right now. I just went to the gym, bruh, so. So it's all fucked. All right, so we're bearish on the 4-hour time frame. We're bullish on the 1 hour on ES. We have a split bias going into the day, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark out our hourly high and our hourly low, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark out any 1 hour for value gaps where we can find a 15-minute sweep of liquidity as well. All right, well, that one got invalidated. So there's a huge ass imbalance here, so I'm just gonna wait for a sweep of a low, plus that would already be sweeping, so a 1 hour low if it were to go below that. All right, so 15-minute wise, this permanent high would be up here. All right, so overall we're gonna be waiting for 1 hour sweep of liquidity for it to be tapped into a fair value gap. If it is, it's going to be a 15-minute sweep within that hourly fair value gap. If not, it's just going to be a 1 hour sweep of liquidity. All right, now let's go ahead. Actually, I'll just move this shit. All right, now let's go ahead and go to ES. All right, so same shit on ES. We broke structure below this low. Cool, we're bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Put this shit down. Bearish on the 4-hour time frame. And then we are bearish on the 1 hour as well. We broke below this low. We never broke structure above this high nor this high, so we're still bearish overall in the day. So I'm gonna be looking for probably more entries on ES most likely if I do end up finding one. And I'm gonna go ahead and mark out our hourly high. It looks like we might have even gone to sweep. By the way, it's 639. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for here. Any entries within the 15-minute or the 5-minute as well. So we already on that. 15-minute sweep here. See if we can find some shit on the 5. And if we can find an SMT within here, that would be fucking phenomenal as well. Yeah, any other 5-minute high. I mean, I guess it would be that one. We're not tapped into like a 5-minute for value gap within here. Yeah, there's no 5-minute for value gaps. I mean, I guess there's this one, but we have to take out, yeah. All right, so overall, that's what we're gonna be looking for on ES. We're gonna be looking for a sweep of these highs or these highs. 15-minute highs within a 1 hour for value gap. So overall, that's gonna be what we're looking for. And then for NQ, we're gonna be looking for 1 hour sweep liquidity, or for us to sweep these 15-minute highs with and tap into that fair value gap, which it looks like we're getting a push to the upside. So let's see what the fuck happens. Once I start finding near entry point and start seeing a sweep, okay, so it looks like we just wicked that shit. Okay, so that's on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so for ES, since we already hit those 1 hour highs and we are tapped into this 1 hour for value gap, I am going to be bearish overall. And if we could form that SMT with ES and NQ, I would most likely find the trade on NQ since it would be the lagging index. So, but if we break above that, I'm not taking a trade. Same shit goes for NQ. So potential entry here for both ES and NQ. So we're about to get a 5-minute break of structure in about a minute or so, but if we tap into this fair value gap and break structure on the 5-minute time frame, I'm gonna enter on whichever one gives me an entry first. So we're just waiting for these two fair value gaps to get tapped into and for us to get a 5-minute break, and we're finding entry. Alright, so I was waiting for that 5 minute to break. It looks like we did not break down. We actually got a 1 hour super liquidity on the 5 minute time frame. The only way I enter short off of this is if we break below this low here, or we break structure on the 5 minute past that 1 hour low. And it looks like we're actually forming an SMT right now with NQ and ES. So overall, just in general, I'm switching my bias to bullish. Now I'm just waiting for a 5 minute break of structure to the upside. Because we did get that break here, and I could enter, but it looks, you see that? Hold on, bro. Oh, shit. Alright, so since we are bullish, which one is the lagging index? The one that made a lower low. So now overall my bias has switched bullish just because we did take out these 1 hour lows on NQ, and I do see an SMT forming here, so which is why I didn't take that trade off of this. Again, on ES, it looked pretty primed to take that trade, but again, I'm not taking that trade unless we get a 5 minute break of structure below that low. As you can tell, we're already having reactions to the upside. So if I come close to finding an entry within the next 28 minutes, I'll go ahead and post or record it live again. Since we did form a higher time frame SMT, I'm currently now bullish, so I completely switched my bias, and also because we took out these 1 hour lows. So on the 1 minute time frame, we found pretty much all our confluences. Now we're pretty much just waiting for a 5 minute break of structure on either. I'm gonna do it on NQ because we did make a lower low. That's what I'm necessarily looking for an entry. So as long as we break above here, I'm finding entries, which is honestly pretty extensive, just because we already took out 2 1 hour highs. But that's essentially what we're waiting for right now. So we got that 1 minute inverse, 1 regular for 1 minute fair value gap tapped into here, 1 minute break of structure, 1 hour super liquidity with a 1 hour SMT. So now we're just waiting for that 5 minute break here. That's for NQ. And then honestly, not really looking for entries on ES, just because again we did form that SMT, so realistically I want to find an entry on NQ. But we have the same shit: regular for value gap tapped, inverse for value gap disrespected, 1 minute break of structure to the upside. Bro, that shit's loud as fuck. So overall, I'm just looking for entries on NQ again because we do have that SMT. Overall, on ES, I'm not taking a trade. We did break structure above this high, so I'm not taking a trade on ES. NQ though, so we do have an SMT formed, which is why I'm still a little bit bullish. So if we break structure above this 5 minute high, break above this hourly high, I will take the trade. If not, we only have 6 minutes until we can find an entry. So close this shit though. But I doubt we fucking find one. And we also just check out these hourly highs here. So on the 1 hour, we did wick the first 1 hour high, and our 1 hour low. So it didn't break anything, like unlike ES where we broke structure to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. On NQ, we straight up wicked both of them, and then now we wicked these second highs here. So now I am overall bearish, but again, if I do get a 5 minute break of structure above that 1 hour high, then I will find an entry. Doubt it happens, but overall I'm kind of bearish. I'm just kind of playing it right now. If we get that 5 minute break above that 1 hour high, I'll find an entry. If we get a 5 minute break of structure with all of our 1 minute confluences, I'll find an entry. So we got 5 minutes, so we'll see what we can do with it. We're about to find an entry right here. Fuck, we didn't get that 5 minute break of structure, bro. Literally right, literally almost got that break. If we could break it with this candle here, we're in. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't find a trade. I'm pretty sure TP is going to get hit just regardless. I'm just not taking this trade because as you can tell, we had an SMT here. This already hit the top of that for value gap. It kind of looks like it wants to push, either tap into this for value gap or push above these 1 hour highs up here. But essentially the reason why I didn't take this trade is it's past 7:30 and we didn't get a break of structure above this high, and we did wick it above this 1 hour high kind of how I wanted to, and then we wait right the fuck back down. That's why we wait for the candle to close. And yeah, so there was no entry today.